everyone, welcome to Talking Shop. We're Tina and Teresa.
And today we're going to interview Raven Tolbert with Mahogany Masterpiece Dance Studio right here in Dadeville, Alabama. She's a 24-year-old entrepreneur with a heart for mentoring and a love for dance, and she's combined the two. So let's check her out.
First, I just want to say, I think it's very obvious that we are so super excited to do an interview with you. And I just want to thank you so much for being not only our first interview, but for letting us interview you at all.
Yes, I'm excited as well.
Wonderful. Well, Raven, give us just a little bit of background on you.
Okay, well, I'm originally from here. I grew up here. I went to school here, graduated. Then I went off to college at AUM. I graduated there in 2020. Since probably like my junior year in high school, it was always my dream to come back and open a dance studio. So
Here in Dadeville?
Here in
Oh,
Dadeville.
wow. So you wanted to come back to your hometown and make your mark.
I did, because growing up, it wasn't offered here for me. So I like to be involved. So I did what I could, but dance wasn't offered. So I was like, well, I want to come back, make a difference, with dance, and offer it.
So you not only wanted to come back to your town, but you saw a need and thought, well, I can meet this need.
Yes.
Oh, how great
Yes.
is that? Wonderful. And she's young.
I know. I love it. I love the fact that you are 24, right? And your dreams are already in motion. Not too many people your age. There's a lot. Even my daughter is out there like, I don't know what I want to do yet, So to have that dream and that passion to do that. Have you always had a heart for mentorship or? Okay.
Yes, I have. I actually had a mentor where I started it, and then when I first got to college, I started. It was called Mission Possible, and it was an acronym with the possibles POSSIB.U.LL, and that stood for Building Up Luminary Legends. So I did that. I want to say my freshman or sophomore year of college, but once I got into college and the work was like, I kind of wasn't able to keep it up and stay on top of my work and be involved in all the clubs and organizations that I was in. So, because I like to be involved.
Life is a big deal, any of itself.
I was in over probably more than 7 clubs and organizations.
Wow. Oh my word! Wow.
Yeah,
Achiever.
Yeah.
Yes. So I always have had a heart for, like you said, mentorship, and it's just been in me. So
Well, tell us a little bit about your background in dance. Now, what else did you do in high school and doing dance?
Dance wasn't offered in high school either. So once I got into band, that's when the passion kind of came back. So I see other bands on Friday nights and they had dances, and I'm like, oh wow, I used to like that, and it's so crazy to me that I literally forgot all about it for all those years, and I was like, well, let me self-train. That's honestly what I did. But I grew up praise dancing at church. My mom had her own praise dance team, so the whole entrepreneur thing is in our blood, I guess.
Right.
She also had her own daycare, but I grew up praise dancing in church since I was 6 maybe. So yeah. And then I also danced in college. I was on the college dance team as well. So yes, and I started my first dance team. I was a junior in high school, and those girls got to perform during halftime of the varsity boys basketball game.
Wow.
So,
oh my God.
yes.
Well, now how did this transfer from being something you're passionate about and being something that you saw the need to actually being able to open up a dance studio? Tell us a little bit about that journey from it's something I want to do to something you opened the doors and did it.
Well, it wasn't easy. It's not as easy and as beautiful as it sounds and looks.
Right.
So after graduating college, I didn't even know this was a thing. I went through post-grad depression. I didn't even know I was depressed. I didn't know what it was. I would literally get out of my bed at 3 o'clock in the afternoon every day for a long time until I finally got up, got a job. The job was very toxic. The people there were not great at all. It was, so I quit. And I never kept many jobs anyway, so I'm not somebody who can work for other people. So, but I tried it, and that was that. So during that time, after I left that job, my mom actually rode by here, and she said, the building doesn't have the windows are open. So she said she stopped at the stop sign, and the sun was just shining so bright into it, and she was like, wow, we never paid attention to it until she seen the sun shining on it how it was, and that's really how it came about.
You saw the building.
My mama did.
This is the place.
Cool
This is
story.
the place.
Yeah.
That's all. So what unique or what challenges have you faced opening up a dance studio?
I think my biggest challenge is, it honestly has nothing to do with the actual physical dancing. It's more so of being new in a small town with, I hate to say it, but small-minded people. And till this day, I've been open for a year and 5 months now, and people are still getting adjusted to how a dance business runs. And you know, it's not something you just sign up for, you drop your child off, and then you come back and pick them up, and that's it. Like, it's a big commitment.
Right.
And we're only gonna keep growing. So I think that's the thing. And a lot of parents and people just in general, they don't understand that. So they think it's something they can just kind of slide in and slide out when they want to, and not something they can commit to. And I'm very serious about what I do, and
it's not a babysitting service.
no,
Yeah.
and they don't understand that.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about your name and your logo.
Yes. Okay, so here we go. All right, so Mahogany Masterpiece. Mahogany comes from just me shedding light on my culture, my people, because it's not often that we see, it's becoming more often that we see Black people succeeding, Black people having businesses and just, doing great things. And I just want to show the kids, like, if I can do it, you can too.
Yeah.
But it's not all about that. I'm not like against nobody else, any other race coming in. No, I love everybody, and it's not just that here. Like, I have some of everybody in my studio, and we all love each other so much. But that's where Mahogany comes from. Yeah. And Masterpiece actually comes from my sororities, my line name from my sorority. So I'm a member of Delta Sigma Theta sorority, and I got the name Masterpiece. That's my line name. So it just basically, they give you your line name based on your character, your personality, and basically how you persevere through that time and becoming a Delta. So that's where that came from. And then my emblem here is God. What did I say, y'all?
It's
Here we go
okay.
again.
It's all right.
God will turn your pieces into a masterpiece. So just when I sent this off to my graphic design guy, I didn't tell him.
Wait a minute. So say that again. God will turn your pieces
Into a masterpiece.
into a masterpiece.
So I sent
that's
all I
wonderful.
sent off was like information about my name and the colors that I wanted, and and that's how I knew it was God. He actually did this himself. So I was like, wow.
The designer did it.
Yes, he did that, and I told him, and I was like, wow, this is God, because it was just so perfect to me, because it's literally like pieces turned into something, and I just see it as a masterpiece, because I want everybody to come in knowing that they're loved, no matter where they come from, where they are in life. Like, you can bring your pieces here, because if anybody listens to me or watches me or anything, I always say that it's more than about just dance to me, because it is. So I want everybody to come in knowing that they have a home away from home. So whatever pieces you have, bring them, because they're a masterpiece to me, and we're gonna work together as a family like we are. So
She even has pieces
Yes, I'm sure of it.
masterpiece. So
Exactly. So you are all about, and this is what Tina and I really want to do, is talk about, what people's why behind. So you saw a need that you had a passion. I love to dance. Wait a minute, I couldn't dance in high school, so we didn't have a program. My community is small, doesn't have anything for other people that want to dance. And then you turned it into more, in that you want to show people how they can take their pieces and become a masterpiece. I know I just summed up everything she said. I'm sorry, but it's beautiful.
Thank you.
And it's also inspiring. And it's also encouraging to see someone at 24 seeing a difference need to be made, and then making a difference. And so I know I'm gushing all over you. I'm sorry, but it's just
she feels the love.
yes, but that's just the whole heart of why we wanted to do you first as well, because we just think that the story of what you're doing, being a young business owner, and saying it's not easy. And talking about the struggles, and talking about how, you even having to get your clients to understand that you're taking this serious and you're not a babysitting service. And yet, I'm sure that there's times when you have to like put the dancing on the side and deal with maybe someone's having a bad day or something like that. Tell us a little bit about.
Oh yes, it definitely gets personal, and I always let the girls know that I'm here for them outside of dance, in school. I make sure that they have good grades and those report cards come out, and I always let them know like, hey, if you're doing something, it's gonna get back here. But some days they don't have good days, and I have had to pull them into my office and talk to them. I've had tears, they've had tears. We hug it out, we love each other. I encourage them, and I just pour back into them and let them know like, hey, it's okay, like we're gonna get through this together. We're all a family here. And you know, sometimes it happens, and we go into my office, we come back out as new people, and they're ready to roll again, and I pray for them. So that's that. But it definitely happens.
I love it. I love your soul. I think one of the things that I know that I connected with you on, a couple different things actually, was the masterpiece is what like stood out to me, because I have had a masterpiece design coaching. I know we talked about this a little bit, but and it morphed really with the mentorship part. And when I started to get to know you as a person, then I was like, oh my gosh, she's a soul sister. Like this is what it's all about, you know, and the mentoring, you know, young women and stuff like that. So, and just the entrepreneurship part of it too as well, you know, and forging your own way. So I don't know, I was like, yes. So we're definitely behind you 100% in your dreams and supporting you here in this little town of Dadeville. So
Exactly. I mean, that's what this is all about. And luckily, we live in. One of the good things about living in a small town is that we are small enough to know each other.
Right.
You know, because sometimes in big cities you don't get to know each other.
That's
So
true.
we really do get to. Yes. So one of the things that I wanted to ask you about is what type of classes do you offer?
Okay, so for my kids, I teach liturgical, jazz, hip hop, and majorette. And then I have line dancing as well for my older clients.
More mature.
Thank
More
you.
mature.
I
We'll
can
just
never
mature.
say it right. I always
Yes.
feel like I end up calling everybody old, but that's not my intentions at all. So
All you old ladies.
it's not my intentions.
we just have to own it.
Exactly.
And then I also have Mixed Fit, which is a people-inspired fitness program that combines body weight toning with explosive dance moves. So
Explosive dance
right.
movements.
Okay.
This is why I didn't sign up for that one. The word explosive sort of scared me, being an older woman here.
Right.
Okay,
we
so
can modify.
That's a hit. That's a hit program,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
Okay, we call it a hit program. Which
high intensity training.
Right,
Is what she's
okay,
talking
yeah.
No,
about.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just not trying to scare you guys anymore.
She's like, explosive should have told you. what
Right,
it
It's
was.
like,
exactly. Yeah,
they
yeah.
tell us not to compare it to Zumba, but I'm like, I'm already in a small town, so
Right.
it's like Zumba, but it's
Right.
a little bit more intense than Zumba in my opinion.
Yeah.
So
Right. Okay, so let me ask you this. And of course, on the end of the video, we'll tell you all the ways that you can contact Raven if you want to take a class or you want to know more information. But are you open to donations? I mean, because I
Yes.
know you're trying to take the kids to Disney World. Can you tell us a little bit
Oh,
about
yeah.
that?
yeah, so we're going to Disney World next summer 2023. I did a whole scavenger hunt for them, and I surprised them with that trip. So they're going to be performing in 2 Disney parades and on the Walt Disney World stage. And on the stage, we get to do our own choreography, so we get to show them a little bit, you know, who we are, what type of dancing we do here, and also it's good recognition for Dadeville as a whole. So they're very excited. So we are accepting donations. If you would like to give a donation, that would be great.
Yes.
Because we need it.
Right. Right.
We need it. But we are well on our way. We're making our deposits and everything, but we got a long way to go. So
Right.
deposits are more than welcome.
Right.
Don't feel like everybody does it. My position in what I do is so much more than just, like I said, dancing. I feel like it's my job to teach them dance, be there for them in all aspects, and provide opportunities for them. Help catapult them, because you know some of them, they may do it for fun, and they're all good at it, but some of them may do it for fun. But I know some of them are very serious, and they may want to go further. So I feel like it's also my job to provide them with those type of opportunities, because you never know who you're going to see.
It just takes one person.
That's it.
Yeah,
And plus
yeah,
we're going
yeah.
during Celebrity Week, so we're going to be there.
Yeah.
The celebrities are going to be there the week that we're going from Dancing with the Stars. So
You never know.
Right.
You never know. You know,
Right.
It's like in
Right.
life. You know, we just plant seeds.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
Yeah.
hopefully we plant seeds, and you never know where it's going to grow and what it can go into. I'm just so encouraged by you. I mean, you
Yes.
infect me to make
Oh.
sure I try to think of the bigger picture when I'm selling yarn in my yarn shop. You know, okay, am I also depositing some hope or some encouragement
Right.
into people? I just think
Inspiration.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
the word. So, yeah.
exactly.
Inspiration.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
So tell me, just for a fun question, like, what is your favorite type of dance?
Madrid.
Nature. Okay.
Yes.
Did you
That's my
design?
favorite.
Did you choreograph some of your own on that, or did you? Okay. I'm not gonna ask you to show us any. I mean, I want to so bad,
That
but
would
I'm
be
like,
awesome.
this is not the
Yeah.
Today Show.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, you know how when they interview
Go get your
someone,
costume.
could you do it with fire? Oh my god! You know?
New news.
So wait a minute.
So,
No, 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 no.
except, yeah, right. Except, it's kind of bittersweet for us. So,
Oh, I
yeah.
know.
I know. So,
It's okay, I'll
but
still
it's
walk.
exciting. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So the new news is we have moved.
Woo! New location.
Bigger space.
Yes.
Much bigger space.
Yes.
Thank God.
Yeah.
New location and bigger space, but it's only down the street, so I
Yes.
will be able to still walk and
Yay.
talk with them,
See our
and
buddies.
love on
Exactly.
them.
Yes.
Yes. So
And if
that's
you want to
great.
see the location, you can actually go. There's a video that we have
Yes,
done
yeah.
where we toured it, and I'll try to link it
Yeah.
in this video. But it's the old
Yeah.
Dadeville Bank, and there's quite some history in there. But that space is perfect
Yeah.
for your kids not having to, because you've had to do it out in the middle of the street out here. You've had to do it on the
Yeah.
sidewalk. You've had to cancel
everywhere.
because
Yes.
of weather or AC problems. I mean, you've
Yeah.
you've had to make do, and this, I hope, is just a blessing and a turning point for your.
Yeah.
You
I
and
told
your
my
business.
parents this morning. I was like, they probably hate me because I like to have fun. So I was
Yeah.
like, good morning. I called them MMP, Mahogany Masterpiece parents. Good
No, you're
morning.
talking about your
Aw,
kids'
that's
parents.
cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was like, we have a group chat. Good morning, MMP. I was like, I've been holding a secret from you all, and I said the first person to respond, agreeing not to tell, I was like, I'll tell you under one condition. And the first person to respond, agreeing to not tell the girls, will grant you access to the secret. And so I had a parent respond. She was like, me, LOL. And then I actually had a parent ride by yesterday while I was moving out.
So
No.
she knew, yeah. And you already have it up on the building, because I drove by this morning. I was like,
Oh.
she just announced it already.
So she drove by
Yeah.
this
Right.
building and she was like, are you moving? And my mom was like, it's supposed to be a surprise. She was like, okay, I didn't see anything. And she drove off like real fast. So, and she replied after the first person, and she was like, what if I already know? And I was like, you were the highlight of my day yesterday.
Oh,
So I had them anticipating. I was like, I put like a little drum roll gif in there, and then the first person, she was like, hello. So I made a flyer, and it said, there's no place like a new home. And then it said, we've moved, and then it had the address on there.
that is awesome.
So they know, but the girls don't know. They'll find out tomorrow.
Okay.
tomorrow.
Okay. All right.
Wow.
Well, this won't be released until after everybody.
Yeah, it's
in
gonna
your
be a
place
little
knows.
bit
So,
for
yeah.
editing.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know exactly where it is, the Dadeville Museum.
Mhm.
If you know where the Dadeville Museum is, it's like right next door. So
Yes.
yeah.
Or
So,
PNC Bank.
Yes.
That too. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Exactly. So that is exciting.
Yes.
But it's also bittersweet, like I said, because we're going to lose you like walking right down and saying, hey. So
Let's
but-
walk a little bit further.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
okay.
Yeah.
I might need
Yeah.
the exercise.
Me
so.
too.
Right.
I hope that you enjoyed meeting Raven as much as we did. We both wanted to take a few minutes just to tell you our takeaways from the interview. And so my biggest takeaway was the fact that, she come from a small town and she saw a need and she came back home to meet that need.
Yep.
It's not like she said, oh, forget that, they don't have it, let me go make my mark somewhere else in the world. She came
Right.
back to her small town, to meet the need, and I just love that about her.
I do too. I think my takeaway was definitely the mentorship part. A lot of it is because she combined her passion with the mentorship part, which I thought was really like a big thing to me. I mean, it spoke to my heart just from the standpoint of having done life coaching and that kind of thing, and really speaking into people's lives, and the fact that she's doing that with kids and adults too. I don't know, it just got to me. So we just wish her the best of luck in everything. She's right down the street, so
so as she said, announced, she has moved right down the street, and so we're standing in front of her old building, and so that kind of segues says, hey, come be our work neighbor. This is a beautiful space here right on the corner of I would say the name of the streets, but I'll get them wrong, but this is 49, and I know we're on Casita Street. So that shows you how professional I am. I don't even know the name of the street. But it's right here in the corner. It's beautiful here. I'll just give you a little view. Beautiful windows on both sides. I mean, let's see if you can see it on this side here too. So it's a gorgeous location. And we just wanted to give you a little glimpse of that, but also just kind of tell you thank you so much for watching. And hey, be on the lookout for our next interview. Who's it going to be with?
Miss Annie of Annie's Antiques right here on our block. So we're looking forward to that interview. It'll be fun.
Yes. Awesome. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.